Good morning.
Good morning.
I hope everyone slept well at this high elevation mountain environment. Our practice today is going to reflect the landscape around us. It's going to mirror this mountain environment, which has an abundance of solitude compared to the hustle and bustle of many of our normal lives. We're going to find comfort in that solitude, in the sound of the wind, which is like the sound of our breath, which is going to guide us through the practice. We're going to find balance in our body and in our minds, and hopefully we can bring that balance, that comfort, and that quiet with us back to our normal busy lives. We'll begin our practice today in mountain pose, reflecting these mountains. Come to the front of your mat. Let's bring our big toes together, heels slightly apart, or if it's more comfortable for you, feet can be hip width apart. Take a deep breath, roll your shoulders back, long, strong arms, fingertips shooting towards the ground, crown of the head reaching towards the sky. Shoulders draw down towards our hips. Chest is open. Very nice. Let's rock back and forth on our feet. Feel all the edges of your feet. Feel the ball of your foot, the heel, the sides. And once you've found a place of centered balance, root yourself, ground yourself through your feet. Let's make sure you have a slight bend, beautiful, in our knees, so that we're not locked back. We want to be strong like the willows, like the blades of grass, tall, but nature breaks what doesn't bend, so we need to stay dynamic. All right, we're gonna find our Ujjayi breath, which is going to carry us through this practice. We'll inhale through our nose, and when we exhale through our mouth, I want you all to make a noise. On the next exhale, close your mouth halfway through, finish through your nose, but try to keep making that sound. Nice. Find a soft smile on your face. Allow the breath to swirl down your throat. Let's close our eyes for one breath and just feel our centeredness. Beautiful. Let's maintain that breath through the practice. Just like the wind here stays steady, our breath stays steady. Let's warm our bodies up with a sun salutation. On an inhale, arms swoop overhead, gaze to the thumbs. Exhale, hinge at the waist, forward fold, bending your knees if you need to. This is our first forward fold of the day. Inhale, straighten the spine, halfway lift, look up. Exhale, hands to the mat, stepping back into plank. Chaturanga, keeping those shoulders tucked all the way down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, rolling over your toes, hips up and back. Downward facing dog. First down dog of the day. Begin nice and dynamic. Feel free to pedal your feet. Move your hands, rock back and forth a bit to find that stable, grounded, rooted form. Allow your neck to be long, head to hang heavy. Nice wide palms. Spread out your fingers, pressing into your hands, reaching your heels towards the mat. Very nice. Letting those hips continue to draw upwards. Let's take 2 more breaths here. On an inhale, Gaze between your hands, stepping back to the front of the mat, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Ground through your feet, feel all those edges of your feet. Inhale, rise all the way up, arms swooping overhead, gazing to the thumbs. Exhale, Samastitihi, we're back to our mountain pose. Samastitihi means equal stance. And we're in this pose, remembering to feel equally grounded through both of your feet. Nice job. On the inhale, let's step our right foot towards the right side of the mat, about a leg's length apart. Arms come out, parallel to the mat. Exhale, pivot to your right toes towards the right side of the mat. You can turn your back foot slightly if you need. We're going to lean over the right foot and bring our arm down to the shin, the ankle, or the big toe. Gazing up at our left hand overhead. Nice. Right hip draws forward, left hip draws back. Wingspan is wide. Left arm is reaching towards the sky. Grounding through our feet, keeping that little toe strong on the mat. Really nice. Using your left fingertips to guide you, come back up to center on the inhale. Nice job. Exhale, pivot the left toes, hinging over the left foot. This is our triangle pose. Grabbing the left big toe, or the ankle, or the shin. Gazing up at the right hand. If this is hard on your neck, feel free to gaze at your toes. On the inhale, the crown of your head reaches forward. On the exhale, open that chest. Inhale, using your right fingertips, guide yourself back up to the center, pivot your feet back. Face the side of your mat. Bring your hands to your hips. Inhale, open your chest, pull your shoulders back, open that heart, gaze up. Exhale, hinging at the waist. Folding, bringing your hands between your feet. Inhale, pressing into your hands, straight spine, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. On an inhale, walk your hands towards your left foot and pivot your left foot to the front of the mat. Pivot your right foot as well. Stay on the ball of your feet. We're drawing that heel back, but keeping it raised. Knee is bent. Bend your front knee nice over your ankle. Find your balance here. Root through your feet. Tighten through your thighs. Find that strong balance. On an inhale, sweep your arms up, crescent lunge. Gazing up at the palms, which are facing one another. In the inhale, we reach towards the sky while staying rooted in our feet. Nice. Trying not to go more than 90. Nice job. Nice job. Beautiful. Really nice, Joe. All right. On an exhale, bringing those hands to the mat, stepping back into downward dog. Perhaps this time we maybe are feeling a little more grounded, a little more balanced in all four limbs in our downward dog. Gazing at our belly button, open in our shoulders. Inhale, raise your right leg to the sky. Exhale, bend your knee, draw your leg past your chest and step between your hands. Back to that lunge position, find your balance. Inhale, sweeping those arms up. Knee over ankle, nice. Opening through the back of your back foot. Strong pose, engage your core. Feel the strength in your legs. We're going to start creating this tension in our body, this strength for the big balance pose coming up. Feeling the groundedness of our roots while feeling the extension towards the sky. Exhale, coming here, bring your hands back to the mat, stepping back into downward dog. Rocking forward into a plank, bringing your elbows over your wrists. Hold this plank nice and strong. Draw your belly button to the spine. Strong breathing. Maintain that breath. Let it carry you through this. We're letting our core become tight and engaged and ready. And on the next exhale, let's lower through vinyasa. Stepping forward. Nice. Halfway lift. Round through the feet as we lower and inhale. Rise all the way back up. Arms swiping overhead. And floating back down, finding that equal stance, Samastitihi. Feeling strong, deeply rooted. Very nice. Good job, everybody. We're going to do one more deep warm-up, strengthening through that core, strengthening these roots that we've been growing down into the ground. We're going to drop our sit bones down. Inhale, arms come overhead, chair pose. Exhale, forward fold when your chest meets your knees, straighten your legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step or hop back. Nice. All the way down lower. Inhale, upward facing dog. Rolling over your toes, hips shooting back. Downward facing dog. Pivot your left foot, step between your hands with your right foot. Ground yourself, take a moment here, knee over ankle. Rising up into warrior. Back little toe is planted in the ground. Exhale, ride your breath down. Stepping back, chaturanga. Nice, inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, pressing into the hands, hips shooting back. We're going to pivot the right. Step forward with the left. Find your balance. Arms come overhead. Warrior. Exhale. Riding the breath back down through our vinyasa. Nice job. Downward facing dog. And on the inhale, coming up on our toes. Stepping or hopping to the front of the mat, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Bending your knees deeply. Rising back up in chair. And standing tall. Floating the arms down. Samastitihi. Take a breath here. Take another breath here. We should have found our strong balance in both of our feet. Now we are going to move that balance into just one leg at a time. So feel yourself root through that left foot. Allow your right right foot to become light and free. Just play with it for a moment. Find a point on the wall across from you that you can stare at. That'll be your focal point. That'll be like a second leg in this balancing pose. Find that good posture. Find that mountain pose. We're just releasing that right foot. On the inhale, bring the knee up and the left hand to the hip. Grab your big toe. Exhale, extend. Try to keep your hips level. Allow that right hip to stay down and pull back. Keep your breath strong. Nice job. Nice job. Good job, you guys. Your mountains. Good job. Let's take 2 more breaths. Nice. And on the last breath, on the inhale, raise your leg a little higher. Exhale, gently release back down. Nice job. Shake it out. Give yourself a chance to breathe. Grounding through both feet again, finding that equal stance, finding that rooted mountain. Right hand comes to the hip. On the inhale, we will lift our left knee. And on the exhale, grabbing that big toe, extending the leg, maintaining that focal point. Nice. Nice. Try to keep the hips level. See if you can lower this hip just slightly. Good job. Good gaze. And on the last inhale, raise the leg a little higher and release. Nice job. Inhale, everybody, arms overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Grab your elbows and feel free to bend your knees here and allow yourself to just hang. We just held a very strong static pose. Now allow yourself to blow in the wind and rock it all out. Deeply breathing, hanging, swaying. Bring your hands to the mat. Step back into downward facing dog. Open your shoulders deeply. Allow that neck to be long. Head, eyes gazing towards the belly button. Bring your knees to the mat. Allow your hips to come back over your heels. Arms stay forward. Forehead comes to the mat in child's pose. This is a resting pose after all that hard work and engagement. Allow yourself to just sink into it. One of my favorite things about child's pose is our body kind of forms an echo chamber around us and we can really hear our breath. Keep that breath flowing like the wind. On an exhale, bring your hands back towards your feet, palms up. And we'll stay here for a moment, melting into the mat. Feel free to rock a little bit back and forth in your hips if that feels nice, or any movement, any melting that feels good to you. On an inhale, bring your hands back forward, rise up to all fours, to tabletop. And take a moment here to make sure your alignment is really nice. Fingers spread wide, middle finger facing the front of the mat. Feet are directly behind knees. Knees are directly under hips. And wrists are directly under shoulders. Very nice. Draw your belly button to the spine. And imagine that your stomach is a table on which your back is sitting. Tucking our chin gently. We're going to move into several breaths of cat-cow. On the inhale, open the chest, drop the tailbone, gaze up. Exhale, allow the spine to round, chin tucks. Find your own pace, your own rhythm. Don't strain the neck when opening up. Very nice. Bring your knees forward, come to a seated position. I'm going to grab our knees, lean back, and then gently lower yourself to your back. We're going to allow the bottoms of our feet to shine towards the ceiling, and our shins will be perpendicular to the floor. Happy baby. You can grab the inside of your foot or the outside of your foot, whatever feels comfortable, and rock side to side, keeping your tailbone on the mat, massaging your spine, finding that nice gentle sway, that nice gentle movement. After a moment of movement, find a spot that feels comfortable to stay. Let's feel a little resistance, pressing our feet into our hands and using our bone structure to just pull our feet back down towards the earth. Hold a moment here in this resistance. Allow your arms to come down to your sides and spread out like a T. Raise your legs straight up in the air. And make a few circles with your ankles. Very nice. Bend your knees at a 90-degree angle. Your hips are at a 90-degree angle. We're going to allow our legs to fall to the left side, keeping the shoulder blades on the floor. Gaze to the right side, away from your knees. Very nice. Nice angle. Keeping our legs stacked, feet stacked. Nice job. Shoulder blades down, grounded. Inhale, allow your legs to come back up to center. Exhale, drop to the other side. On an inhale, come back to center. Give your knees a big hug. Again, massage your spine a little bit in this tight ball position. And when you're ready, we're going to rock back and forth and roll up to a seat. go. Nice job, everybody. Let's come to either cross legs, lotus, or half lotus. Nice open chest, nice Travis. Shoulders drawing towards the ground, away from our ears. Crown of the head is reaching towards the sky. Slight tuck in our chin. Let's take another couple breaths here together. Clasp your elbows behind your back. Inhale, gaze up. Exhale, fold, bringing your forehead towards the ground. It's okay if it doesn't reach. We're going to seal in this practice. Seal in this balance that we've been building within our body. Hopefully you're all feeling deep, deep roots going into the earth. On an inhale, we're going to keep our spine long, keep the crown of our head reaching forward and then up, and slowly rise. Exhale, bring your wrists to your knees, clasp your pointer finger and thumb, tuck your chin, open your heart. We're going to take 6 deep breaths here. I'm going to remain silent so you can hear your breath. Allow it to flow all the way through your body. And on the last exhale, slowly bring yourself to a laying down position, to Shavasana, our final resting pose. Before you find complete silence, maybe circle your ankles, wiggle your toes a few times. Let your legs rock in your hip sockets, and then let them fall to stillness. Notice any tension in your hips. Let it melt. Let your tailbone melt into the mat. Let your shoulder blades roll underneath you. Begin to sink into the floor. Draw your shoulders down away from your ears. Let your neck be long, let the back of your head sink deeply into the mat. Notice any tension you may be holding in your jaw. Allow it to melt away, to relax. Allow your tongue to become still and relaxed in your mouth. Notice any tension around your eyes, your eyeballs. Let your eyeballs relax in your eye sockets. Let your brow relax. The area in front of your ears, let it relax. And let's take a moment to absorb the balance, comfort in the silence that we've gained in this practice as our breath returns to normal. We'll stay here for a moment. When you're ready, bring a little bit of life back into your toes, into your fingertips, and in whatever way is comfortable for you, slowly bring yourself back to awareness. Take any final stretches, breaths you may like to take, and come to a seat. Thank you all for taking this time today. And I'd like to close the practice taking one last breath together and ending in a quiet smile. Ready? Here we go.